Now let's come down to the answer. Let me give you a straightforward answer to this question. Now, where do you see yourself in 5 years? A very tricky interview question that most of the interviewers do ask to judge whether you are the ideal candidate for the open position or not. And the way you answer this question can be the deciding factor and help you get your dream job. So the main idea behind being able to impress the interviewer with a proper and accurate answer is by letting them know that the position that you've applied for or for the position that you're being interviewed for is a position that holds to be or stands out to be a stepping stone in your career goal. So what do I mean by this is framing the best possible answer to impress the interviewer and let them be completely sure that you are the perfect candidate to be chosen. So how do you phrase the answer to this question is what I'm going to tell you in today's video. So if you're interested in knowing, then stay tuned and continue watching. So the right way to answer this question revolves around you telling about your ambitions and goals in a correct manner without giving any reason to the interviewer to worry about. So why do you think the interviewer is interested in knowing about your career goals? Now that is because the interviewer wants to know if the position that you are being hired for is anywhere relevant to your long-term career goal. Okay, and also the interviewer would want to hire a candidate who is motivated, proactive, who is more likely to stick around for long and also work hard in the position being offered. So if succeeding in this role is important to you, then you're more likely to stick around with the company for long, and that is what interviewers are looking at when hiring candidates for any open position. Today's world is extremely competitive and interviewers are looking for a red flag that can actually let them eliminate you directly. So if you answer this question incorrectly or in any way hinting that you may not stick around with that company for long, that can serve as a major drawback or red flag that can let the interviewers eliminate you directly from that particular round and not move forward. So an interviewer is looking at hiring a candidate who is truly excited about the job and who considers this position as a great career move. Your interviewer is most likely not interested in investing time and effort, energy in hiring somebody who is most likely to switch jobs and move on if they find a better prospect elsewhere. So you need to show your excitement about the current position and how well that current position is fitting in your career plan. So the best thing about answering this question is that you can be honest. The only thing that you need to remember is that set or tell the interviewers realistic experiences and realistic expectations. So the interviewer basically wants to know your expectations, your ambitions, and how the position fits in your long-term career goal. So now let's come down to the answer. Let me give you a straightforward answer to this question. Now to give you an answer, I would need an example of a position, and I'll keep it very simple so that you can change it to any position that you're applying for. So let's assume we are talking about the role of a consultant in a consulting agency. So let us now see the best answer to the most popular interview question, where do you see yourself in 5 years? So you can frame your answer in this way. Well, I'm really excited by this position at ABC Consulting because in 5 years, I would like to be seen as someone with deep expertise in this sector. And I know that's something that I'll have an opportunity to do here. I'm also really excited to take on more managerial responsibilities in the next few years and potentially even take the lead on some projects. I have been lucky enough to work with some amazing managers, and so developing into a great manager myself is something I'm really excited about. Now that you've got the phrasing of the answer that is going to be the perfect suitable answer to this question as to where do you see yourself in 5 years, you can modify the phrasing and let it fit according to the position that you're applying for. But the only idea here is to remain truthful and don't say anything that's going to raise doubts in the mind of the interviewer, depending about whether you're the right fit for the position or not. So you need to stress your interest about growing with the company. okay, especially if your resume has your job experiences which are short term, then the interviewer might again consider it as a red flag. So you will need to convince the interviewer that your career grows with the company, you're going to stay there for long, you're going to serve the company for a long term, because they're going to invest a lot of time and energy if hired in training you for that role. So nobody would want to hire a candidate who just quits after a month. So you need to convince the interviewer that you're going to stay there for at least a year or two or even more. That's even better. So that's the whole idea. Be honest, be truthful, let them know your ambitions, but phrase it in such a manner that it shows a broad scope of you growing with the company. That was about it. Before I wrap up today's video, a last word of advice would be that as you prepare answers to most of the other interview questions, consider this also as a relevant interview question. Prepare an answer, but do not memorize it. It shouldn't sound scripted, it should come out naturally. But the idea is to convince the interviewer that this is a position that is going to be a stepping stone for your long-term career goals, and that you are going to surely stick along and work with the company for a considerable amount of time. So I hope you have liked the answer to today's question of where do you see yourself in 5 years' time. And if you have any other suggestions, any other answers that have popped up in your mind, you can leave those in the comment section. And if there are any other interview questions that you want me to discuss, then consider leaving them also in the comment section, and I shall come up with answers to that and other interesting videos in the coming weeks. So till then, take care of yourselves. Thank you for watching today's video. See you and bye-bye.